Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching this word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. When I say shalom, 1144 call Yahweh Shemel Shai. So this is a sit down lesson that I want to bring out of this recent news article from MSN.com, and this is from the DC, the Daily Caller. It's my first time ever hearing about this website, but it's from the DC. The DC, and it says the Daily Caller, and this is published by John Hugh D. Mastri, if I pronounce his name right, as of yesterday at 2:46 p.m. And it reads, more countries flock to China's anti-U.S. dollar alliance ahead of major meeting. It says nearly 20 nations have expressed interest in joining the BRICS economic bloc ahead of the China-led group annual meeting in early June, Bloomberg reported Monday. It says the economic alliance, composed of the emerging markets of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, will consider its expansion at its Cape Town, South Africa meeting after China first proposed the idea at last year's meeting, which is host, according to the Bloomberg. China economically dominates the bloc, which is hoping to develop into a diplomatic and economic counterweight to the U.S.-led international economic order. What will be discussed is the expansion of the BRICS and the modality of how this will happen. Annual Sakal, South Africa's representation in the group, said in a Monday press conference, according to the Bloomberg, 13 countries have formally asked to join, and another 6 asked informally. We are getting applications to join every day. It says on March 16 from Beijing, China. President Xi Jinping accompanies Saudi Arabia King Salman bin Abdul Al Shar, right, to review the honor guard during a welcome ceremony. Oh, that's for something else, Salakia. It says, I'm going to read all the rest of that, but that shows you a prime example. Definitely within the last 3 weeks or so, you've been seeing increasing of these different nations joining alliance, joining forces together to turn away from the American dollar. As the other countries follow the lead of an anti-dollar alliance ahead of a major meeting, which is going to take place in June. So these other nations are definitely following the lead, right along with China and Russia and Japan and Brazil and many other BRIC countries as well too, following the lead to turn away from the American dollar, as we currently very soon going to see the American dollar and the euro dollar is not going to be dependent on as a top global currency reserve of these nations used to depend on. Now they are starting to turn away from it, as we see developments of that, as we're getting closer and closer to this new form of currency, which is the central digital bank currency. And I'm going to bring out that scripture of as we're getting closer and closer, living out the book of Revelation. And this is a major prophecy right here that, we're getting closer and closer to this central digital bank currency. Because this is going to be definitely a new form of currency as we closer and closer living out the book of Revelation. And this is a huge major prophecy right here. And this is the book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 16. And it reads through the Holy Scriptures. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich or poor, free or bond, to receive a M-A-R-K. Was this the charagma?